Hello, GovCon winners, and welcome back to my channel. Why you are not winning any government contracts, federal or state or local. I'm gonna dig deep into it. Focus is really important early on when it comes to working with federal government or state or local agency. Here's what I mean. So when I first started out, I was all in diversity, inclusion, speaking, training, and all topics around diversity and inclusion. Age, gender, what may have you. And that was my sweet spot. Anyone who encountered me with an opportunity knew I fit that bucket. I fit that diversity and inclusion bucket, and I looked the part, right? So I was laser focused. And as a result, I ended up with tons of opportunities early on. I ended up with $1 million in contracts very quickly. Then people started to say, well, why not try some other areas? And so I would go to like construction meetings. I met with some people who were involved in simulation and people in healthcare. And next thing you know, I started bidding all over the place and had this beautiful spreadsheet of like 70 plus opportunities I was tracking. Tell me how many of those I won. Yeah, none, because I was all over the place. So instead, what I ended up doing is I took that area of training, because that was kind of one of the common threads when it came to diversity and inclusion. And I started to then focus on training, curriculum development, and it opened up this whole new world. And that's when I was awarded my first multi-million-dollar contract. It was for training and IT services. The next reason you're not winning is because you have our blinders on. I was so guilty of this. You couldn't tell me anything. Different people in the space, whether it was free resources like at the SBA or a PTAC, or it was someone I met at an event, they would start to tell me, here's what I've experienced through my 20 years in government contracting, right? And I was like, whatever, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. I clearly know what I'm doing. I didn't, but I thought I did, right? And I had these blinders in that I had a little success. So I thought, oh, I knew what I was doing. I'm an expert in this space. And 10 years ago, I was far, far, far from expert. So what ended up occurring is that it prevented me from learning. It prevented me from growing. It prevented me from accelerating more quickly because I had those blinders on. I was a know-it-all. That's plain and simple. Who I was, how I was Dr. Parks. You couldn't tell me nothing. And at the end of the day, it cost me. I have at least one video, maybe a couple, on being scammed, but it cost me. It cost me opportunities. It cost me money. It just cost time. I now look at it as a learning tax, a cute way of saying you got your butt kicked and you got to pay for it. So let's give it a cute title. I would never change any of that, but that's why I'm here. That's why I have this channel, is to help each and every one of you so you don't have to go through all these things that I went through. It took me over 10 years to learn this. That's also why I created a new Facebook community. So y'all check that link out, join my freaking community. So those blinders, they don't do anything. They just keep us in denial. And once you get tired, I know I got tired of not winning anything, of being broke, of feeling like I was on this like treadmill and it wasn't going anywhere, but yet I was outside and I'm like, why is this not moving? It can be hard to take them off. And the next reason you're not winning is you think it's easy. This is something that I definitely saw during the lockdown, was that many, many people were putting out there, be it on Clubhouse or other different platforms like federal government, get that government money. Oh, it's easy. You're going to be so wealthy that your kids and your grandkids and your great-great-grandkids are going to benefit from all this Uncle Sam money you're getting. No, it's not that easy at all. Is it impossible? Of course not, y'all. I made it work. Come on. And I know you will, because that's why I'm here to help you out. It seems easy because often what happens is our ego gets in the way, and some don't want to really share the reality of what it's taken for them to get where they are, or they don't want to discuss some of those roadblocks. All they want to do is show you the marquee. They want their name in lights. They want their contracts in lights. They don't want to talk to you about all those battle scars. So it makes it seem very easy. Are there ways to expedite, to accelerate the bid win process? Of course there are. That's why you need to join my Facebook group to learn even more. But it leads to the next reason you're not winning contracts. You're uncoachable. You have to be coachable and be willing to get a mentor, to learn, to invest. And this is key. And let me explain to you why. Okay. If you are unwilling to invest in yourself, or if you have employees or team members as you're watching this, to invest in your team, then how can you ask a client to give you money to pay for your services? How can you do that if you're unwilling to invest? How can you ask the federal government for a $20 million contract, or a $5,000 contract, or a $10,000 contract, or a state for a contract? How can you do that? It's going to be very difficult for you, because if you don't believe you're worth $1,000 for training, or $50,000 for training, or $2,500 for mentoring or coaching, then how do you expect to be able to charge the federal government what you need to charge to be profitable? It becomes very challenging. And so being coachable, lowering that ego, lowering it is vital, because nobody likes a know-it-all. There's like a couple of exceptions, right? Like somebody who has a specialty that's so rare, there's like 3 people like it in the world. We're going to put up with that. Otherwise, as a small business owner, no one is going to want to work with you. So the more that you're coachable, more that you let go of that ego, the more you're going to receive abundance. It will come to you. I promise you, because I was there. I didn't like to pay so much for training. I remember I joined this CEO women's group. I think the fee was maybe $4,000. And to me, that was like $1 million. It really felt like $1 million. And I look back and I'm just like, I was living in scarcity. How dare I ask clients to pay me a certain amount of money when I can't even pay $4,000 for training that's going to impact my life and my business, and more importantly, my amazing clients and my amazing team. It's going to make all their lives easier. Okay. So it's very important. Do whatever it is you need to do, because I cannot stress this enough. Be it watch more content, subscribe, hit that notification button, or, check out some really good books on just healing and do some of that internal work. You don't have a strategy. If you do not have a strategy, it's going to be very difficult for you to create a viable business, to feed that necessary business model so that you have this long-term business based on your terms. So for instance, you want to start a GOVCON business, or you have a GOVCON business and your goal is to sell it down the line, great. You need a strategy. If you have a job right now and you're looking to maybe start a GOVCON business, you're interested in trucking and you know tons of people you can connect, and that's the place you want to go, you're going to need a strategy to get there. Because if not, you will be what's known as a one-hit wonder. You're going to be a one-hit wonder. That's what you're going to be. I know they're coming to your head right now, right? You're already thinking about it. Those one-hit wonders out there. That's what you're going to be. You're going to win one contract, maybe 2, that one-hit wonder, and then their second song made like the top 10 or top 50, and that probably will be it. And then in response, it's, oh my gosh, this is so difficult. I can't even believe I did this. I shouldn't have done this to begin with. I got it. Nothing in life that's worth it is easy. Get it. I get it. But you want to sustain what you're building, and you have to do that with a strategy. My amazing GovCon winner, thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the notification button. Check out my Facebook group. It's for y'all. That's why I created it, because I adore you so much. Check out govconwinners.com. Sign up for the wait list. Don't forget, I'm expensive. It's not the cost of a Rolls-Royce SUV or a Range Rover, but it is also not the cost of a cup of coffee. What I provide is and will change your life, period. I've had students win $1 million in contracts. Just something to ponder. I love you all. Take care.